we got to talk about the Acolyte. So if you have been following, you know that we have covered the Acolyte on this channel. But the Acolyte was something where I struggled because after 1 or 2 episodes, I think it was episode 5 or 6, something like, I was like, yo, are y'all sure y'all want me to finish this? Because it was struggling. Now, we did finish it. I don't know if it stuck the landing, but overall, I did not have a good impression with this show. And to some surprise, maybe not everyone's, the Acolyte has been canceled. It is not coming back for season 2. There are some people that are upset about this. There are some people that are joyous about this. I'm somewhere in between. But let me read some of these things here, and then we'll get to a little bit more of that. So it won't come back for season 2. It says here the news comes once as a shock, given how much the season 1 finale ended on a cliffhanger and teased several plot lines for season 2. Now, I will say that is true for me. I am actually surprised that Lucasfilm would cancel this when they opened up all these plot lines. You sat here and said, this is how the Sith are coming. This is the rise of the Sith. You sat here and introduced the Force twin clone thing, whatever. You sat here and talked about the first apprentice. Like, you opened up a lot of stuff. And the fact that you about to cancel this now, you just wasted our time. You wasted my time specifically because I did my best to give this show I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to ignore all the noise. I ignored all the misogyny. And yes, there was some misogyny out there. Yes, there was some racism out there. I ignored all of that. Watched every episode. And now you telling me, thanks for your time, but oh well. So that was an issue. It says here, other fans, while some did enjoy it, others felt those creative choices were antithetical to the good versus evil nature of Star Wars storytelling. And we also had the fact that this show was review bombed. So you do have some of the hardcore Star Wars fans who are like, oh my gosh, you can't have Jedi doing gray things. They have to be good or evil, and that's it. First of all, I need y'all to open up your eyes to creative storytelling. Good and evil are always a matter of perspective when it comes to storytelling. Because when you look at the bad guys of any type of movie or TV show or whatever, bad guys usually believe that they're doing something good. Bad guys, Thanos, usually believe that they are the hero in their own story. What makes you believe that can't be the case for the heroes? The heroes can believe that they're also doing the right thing. That doesn't mean that everyone will perceive them as being heroes. Look at Avengers Age of Ultron, or better yet, Civil War, when you had the whole Sokovia Accords. Avengers was like, yo, we was saving the planet and stopping, Ultron from killing everybody. Meanwhile, the people that were there in Sokovia were like, you blew up my apartment. You destroyed my car. I don't have a job anymore because of y'all. They were looking like the villains. And yes, Zemo was right. So, or look at Killmonger. I know a lot of y'all like to. Killmonger was like, yo, there's a whole lot of injustices happening against black folks. He wasn't wrong. Now, he was wrong for other things, but he was right about that. So that whole idea of these hardcore Star Wars fans being like, this is not the way of the Jedi, and please miss me with that, because that lets me know that you only want remedial storytelling. Now, I agree, Star Wars has always been meant for younger audiences. I'm with you on that. I've told y'all from the jump, give me a lightsaber and some force, I'm with it. I'm here for it. But you cannot sit here and complain that a storyteller is giving you different perspectives of different characters in different story elements. What? Stop it. Anyway, you also had the whole issue of it being review bombed, which there were people that hated on the show before the show even ended. Before they even could see what happened with the show, before they made wild assumptions. And yes, a lot of them made assumptions before things even happened. You had people talking about this is not canon, even though it wasn't canon because the comics and the novel, they don't count. You had people complaining about, oh my gosh, it's so woke because we see a coven of witches and that's woke. What do you think are in witch covens? You like what do you think happens with witches? They do magic and stuff with all women. That's a witch coven. Why are y'all shocked by this? Y'all acting like they sat here and had a whole marriage or something on screen, even though if they wanted to, whatever, it's a fictional universe. They can do whatever they want. But y'all sitting here tripping over the weirdest stuff over fiction. And here's where I think a lot of this stuff comes to a head for me. I don't agree with the review bombing. I don't agree with all those other complaints. People can feel how they want to feel, and I'm entitled to disagree with them, by the way. But I think two things can be true at the same time. This show did not deserve the negativity that it received early on. It did not deserve that because no one knew where this show was going. We did not know where it was going to end. That should have never happened. However, in my opinion, this show was not very good either. It was not very good because of all those things that people complained about. I had a problem with the pacing. I had a problem with the character development. I had a problem with the writing structure. I had a problem with the release window. Like, I had other issues with the show that we all talked about. I was not here for Saul. Osha, I will tell you everything once we get to the ship. Osha, I promise I will tell you everything. Osha, I promise once we get done with this, I will tell you everything. What are y'all doing? I didn't connect with the characters. I had a problem with all of that. In addition to being canceled, it seemed as though Disney was like, you know what? We're done. Because on the Disney store, all merchandise for the Acolyte had been removed. You couldn't find the Acolyte nothing on the store. Yikes. Yikes. Talk about a knee-jerk reaction. So the show gets canceled and it's announced. Disney tried to sweep that under the rug. Like, what Acolyte? Johnson, have you heard of an Acolyte show? I don't know nothing about no Acolyte show. What is an Acolyte? What's an Acolyte? And then right after that, after the news came out, some Acolyte merchandise has been re-added back to Disney's online store following its removal after the show's cancellation. Do y'all see a pattern here? We just got done talking about Disney. I'm sorry, the Mouse House. We just got done seeing them trying to take prevent or trying to toss out a legal case, you know, with the husband and the wife that passed away. And then they backtrack the moment this stuff got public. And then once somebody called them out that, hey, y'all got rid of all that Acolyte merch, the next day, put it back. Put it back. Take it off 8 months later when they forget about it again. Allegedly. That they didn't say that last part, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, here's the thing. This is not the end of the Acolyte. Because while it has been canceled, some people are not going down like that. And they like, nah, we're not doing this. We're not going out like this. Because there has been movements to make this a thing. And that is a new petition has been launched. And in this petition, they are trying to save the Acolytes and it has hundreds of signatures from fans. Says here it was started, and in just 24 hours, it blew up to 700 signatures. Okay. Now, this is not the only time a petition has saved a show. What was the other show? Warrior Nun. I did not watch Warrior Nun, but apparently, when that show got canceled, it did get saved by a petition. They ended up making another one. So I don't know if 700 signatures is gonna do anything. Listen, as somebody familiar with petitions, I'm just saying you're gonna need a little bit more than 700. Just you're gonna have to wake people up a little bit more. Hold on, let me see what this. They got 27,000. Okay. You know what? In 3 days, y'all got 27,000? Listen. I respect it. I respect it. Okay, because it took us a little longer to get to 20,000, and recast the T'Challa. But listen, I respect y'all hustle and I respect y'all grind. Now, this is what I would say, because I'm not going to back down from the fact that I did not like the season 1 of the Acolyte. But I do have a problem with the fact that Lucasfilm is wasting our time if they just cancel it. And I think that this is something that I really wish more people would gravitate to and understand. The same way with Kang the Conqueror. You didn't like him before, and by the way, Jonathan Majors was never the problem. The writing around him was the problem. You've had bad movies like the Thor movies until Thor Ragnarok, or except for Thor Ragnarok. I didn't like Thor 1. But yet, what happens? In every instance, when something is bad, the cure for a bad season, the cure for a character that just did not work, is better writing. That's what you need to do to fix this. So I would say, if Lucasfilms really wants to move forward with this, what they should do, they should renew the Acolyte for season 2. What you do is you get a new showrunner. That's what you really need to do. That would, I believe, give people a little bit more incentive to be like, all right, let me give this show another chance. Because if you sit here and say, hey, we're getting rid of Headley or whatnot, and we're bringing in a new team, that is how you can redeem the good parts. Because here's the thing, while there were some bad things, a lot of bad things in the Acolyte, there were some good things too. The lightsaber fights, fantastic. I really enjoyed those. I like the expansion of the Force. I love the fact that we got different sides of the Force. I'm cool with that. But you're going to have to hire new creatives. You're going to have to get rid of that old team, and you're going to have to bring in new head coaches. Don't nobody just sell a sports team because they had a losing record. You go get more play. You get different players, or you get different coaches, and you bring them back. Don't waste our time with the Acolyte like that. You already got me wondering, why the hell? Listen, I don't even care if it's a spoiler. Why the hell is Yoda there? What did Yoda do? What does he know, and what does he not know? I want to know. You piqued my interest with those little things. So I don't like the fact that they canceled it. I understand why they canceled it. I think that they have a better route to go, which is get somebody else to run this. And we'll see. I don't know. I would say get Dave Filoni, or Jon Favreau, or somebody else. What's old girl that was supposed to do? Jesus, she did the Wonder Woman. What was her name? Because she was supposed to do that other movie, Patty Jenkins. Y'all want to give Patty Jenkins another shot? She could work. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, y'all let me know. How do you feel about the Acolyte and what's going on with it? How do you feel about the fact that it's canceled? Did you agree with some of the sentiments about the show? Did you like it? Maybe you didn't like it. How do you feel about the petition? Will you be signing the petition? I don't know. And do you think Lucasfilm should bring it back? Do you think it deserves another shot and kind of tie up all the loose ends that it left open? Whatever you think, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. This was just a segment of one of my live chats, and if you're interested in joining in on the next one, be sure to subscribe and turn on your notifications for more. I've got more videos and reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you all later.